What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain? What about killing fields? Is there a time? What about all the things that you said were yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we shed before? Did you ever stop to notice the crying earth, the weeping shore? What have we done to the earth? Look what we've done. What about all the peace that you pledged your holy son? What about flowering fields? Is there a time? What about all the dreams that you said were yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice all the children dead from war? Did you ever stop to notice the crying earth, the weeping shore? I used to dream, I used to glance beyond the stars. Now I don't know where we are, but I know we've drifted far. Can we set him free?
Without a warning, without a sound, we woke up one morning to a world turned upside down. Everything changed in the blink of an eye, dealing with the unknown and trying to survive. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality. When we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. We've been through quite a battle, like none we've ever seen. We kept hoping we'd wake up to find out it was all a bad dream. But that day's never come. It'll be a while yet, with more obstacles to overcome and challenges to be met. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. We were locked down in our homes, surrounded by bad news every day, watching our lives as we knew it quickly fade away. And when this is all over, in our new reality, when we gather together, will we still stay apart 6 feet? Will the music be playing like it did before? When this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more. And when this is all over, I'll treasure each day even more.
Release illusion, yeah, once again,
Oh, deep in a temple of my soul, in the knowing good. It's heaven, yeah. Bad, the feel moving in me stronger.
I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be.
and welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community, and we believe that there are many paths to one divinity. So what does that mean to you sitting at the house, either today or this evening, somewhere down the line? We have 10 different faith perspectives. We have 10 different musical artists or acts. We have a single word topic and a 10-week process creates a series. We are presently on Illusion. So each group is given that single word. They go back, and in the case of the speakers, they create a 30-minute talk. The musicians, a couple of videos on topic. Becky and I have the easy job of saying hello and goodbye. Today she is in North Carolina with her sisters, so it's just me. We send all of that to Philip and his amazing team, and they make it into a beautiful streamlined event that you are enjoying right now. So, www.peopleofdiversity.org. There's a donate button in the middle of that page. If you'll use that to donate, make an offering, make a tithe, whatever word works for you and feels good in you and allows you to push that button, we're grateful. So, last week we enjoyed a talk from our founder here at the pod, Reverend Sue Bailey. Her accompaniment was Kimberly Workerton, and she comes to us out of Canada, and it was a great duo. We enjoyed that completely. Reverend Lydia Junis will be with another Canadian contingent, Neil McNaughton, and that's coming up here in just a moment or two. Next week will be our last week on Illusion, and we'll hear from Rabbi Pat Hickman, and her musical accompaniment will be Bob Sima and Shannon Plummer. Past services. So past services are available on the People of Diversity page, the People of Diversity group, and the People of Diversity YouTube channel. Each of those things has to be joined or connected to in order for you to be able to enjoy them. The YouTube, if you are subscribed to our People of Diversity YouTube channel, you'll be able to interact on Sunday morning with that live service as a premiere at the same time as it's happening over on Facebook. We do a deep dive on Sunday mornings from 11:45 to 12:15. And that's where the speaker comes and joins us in that Zoom room, and we get to hang out. We get to visit, ask questions, see each other's face. It's kind of like that half hour after church where you're trying to figure out where to go to breakfast or lunch. That's our Zoom time. It's that moment where you're kind of digging a little bit deeper into what you just heard. Or perhaps just visiting with some amazing friends. Back to that Facebook group and Facebook page, if you want to get notifications for the first service, the second service, anything that is happening as a premiere, which is pretty much only on a Sunday, you want to join that People of Diversity group or page, so that you'll get the little ding, and all you have to do is follow that notification to the talk, and then it's that easy. All right, we do a country blessing each week. We go down the list, and we talk and do a little bit of research on the country that we're working on that week. Next week is the Netherlands. If you've been there, have pictures, have any stories about that, please send them to the email below, and we'll incorporate those into next week's service. This week is Nepal. Nepal is located in South Asia, in the Himalayan mountains between China and India, and is slightly larger than Arkansas with about 31 million people. 81% Hindu, 9% Buddhist, and 4% Muslim. Nepal is the oldest country in South Asia and has never been colonized by any other country. They don't have an Independence Day because they have always been independent. The only country in the world with a non-rectangular flag. It is over 2,000 years old, and the sun and the moon represent that Nepal will be around for as long as the sun and the moon are in the sky. Nepal is the birthplace of the Buddha. Born in 1623 BC, this is particularly interesting because only 9% of the people in Nepal are actually Buddhists themselves. Just like Christ, I guess he was born a Hindu, and Christ born a Jew. So anyway, 8 out of 10 of the highest mountains in the world are in Nepal. This includes the highest mountain, Mount Everest, which is 5.5 miles tall. Think about Denver being a mile high, and Mount Everest is 5.5 miles tall. It has the second deepest canyon in the world at 2.7 miles deep. And there are over 80 ethnic groups and 123 languages and dialects spoken in Nepal. Even with so much diversity, there has never been any bloodshed caused by religious or ethnic disputes. And their constitution upholds the rights of all citizens to practice any religion and culture. Powerful place on the planet. Let's come together around this statement of peace and send this energy to the people of Nepal. Together, may peace prevail in Nepal. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. All right, we'll get 2 videos from Neil McNaughton, and we will get an amazing talk from Reverend Salidia Junis. I can't wait, and I will see you on the other side.
Hello, people of diversity. My name is Neil McNaughton, and it's a pleasure to be returning for my second time as part of your service. This time around, the theme is illusion. So I've picked 2 songs that I think match the theme well enough. This first song is called It's Been a Long Road. The song is about a relationship that has gone bad. I think when you're in a relationship with somebody and things are going well, then it feels very real. But if that relationship falls apart, well, maybe that relationship starts to become more illusion than reality. Certainly for one over the other until it becomes fully exposed and then the illusion is also gone. That's kind of what this song is about. Too damn tired to carry on. Love's still here, but the joy is gone. My soul is worn from this heavy load. It's been a long road. We've shared good times, the Grand Marquis. Dreams you dreamed weren't meant for me. It's time our storylines unfold. It's been a long road. And maybe there's another dream to tell that doesn't descend into hell and lifts you up in its embrace. I wish you well, and this ain't no lie. The time has come for a last goodbye. So don't regret any word untold, for it's been a long road. Years go by and we're getting on. Let's leave the past before the future's gone. The fire is burnt and I'm getting cold, for it's been a long road. And maybe there's another dream for you to dream, and maybe there's another hand that will understand, and maybe there's another time and another place for finding a story to tell that doesn't descend into hell and lifts you up in its embrace. I'm too damn tired to carry on. Love's still here, the joy is gone. My soul is worn from this heavy load, for it's been a long road. Yes, it's been a long road. Hello again. It's time for the second song. This song is called The Grand Illusion. Now, the first song, that was called It's Been a Long Road, was one that I wrote the lyrics and music for. This next song is one where my friend Dan Dando wrote the words for it, and I wrote the music. I am not going to give you any explanation of what the song is about because, well, they were Dan's words, and I don't want to be interpreting his words on his behalf. But I think you'll get the idea, and you can take it wherever you like. Once again, this is called The Grand Illusion. Play me the fool's anthem, 'cause I've been living the grand illusion. My dreams once filled my kingdom. Now I'm the keeper of my seclusion. These years roll by like moving pictures till I have come to the last frame. Tale ending, because I can't act out life's game. without a line. I'm a singer without a song. I'm a dreamer with no dream. When the last illusion is gone, I'm an actor up on that stage without a line. I'm a singer in front of a crowd without a song. Oh, I'm a dreamer with no dream. When the last illusion is gone.
Good morning, people of diversity. This is a wonderful opportunity for me to grow with you. Good morning, Scott and Becky, and all of my loved ones out there. Today's subject is illusion, and I don't even know where to begin to talk on this. And so I'm going to start with my prayer. Lord, from the unreal, lead me to the real. Lord, from darkness, lead me to light. And Lord, from death, lead me to immortality. This I ask in the name of the great Lord and Savior, Jesus. Now, as I said, this was difficult for me to try and find a place to start. I thought about Shakespeare. Shakespeare said that all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely are players, and they have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. That's what Shakespeare said. And we are still enjoying his works these many years later. I thought about the Bible saying that Solomon was the wisest man of all time. And he wrote the book of Ecclesiastes, which is really a philosophical reflection on the meaning of life. And in that book, King Solomon speaks about the illusion of life and how it persists despite your best efforts. Illusion is a distortion of the senses, and it reveals how your mind organizes and interprets those sensory stimulations in and around you. So I was thinking to myself this question. The illusions and the illusion that you experience and I experience every day, you make a choice how you're going to operate. In what illusion? You do your best to be as beautiful as you can be, That's creating an illusion. You put on what you think is the most flattering, that's an illusion. You say great and wise things so that people will pronounce you intelligent, that's an illusion. So I said to myself, will we always allow our eyes to be dimmed by illusion and wander on paths that lead nowhere? Or shall we lift up our eyes and our vision to rid it little by little of all illusions? Illusions of permanence and separateness, illusions born of thought. And in my mind, I could hear the words of Jesus spoken in John 8, verse 32. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. He was talking about his life and the words of wisdom that he gave us to follow the path that he was showing us. Now, I thought on this long and hard, and an article that I came across happened to be entitled right on this subject, and it caught my eye immediately. Because you wonder, what is your life about? And this article, titled The True Purpose of the Human Experience, Transforming the Illusion of Separation. And that got my full attention. Then I started to read it, and I read it all the way through, and then I went back and I put the name of Jesus into this article, because then it made plenty good sense to me. First, they had a quote by Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Then it said the part of us that we call the Great Spirit. Perhaps some people call Source or God, Spirit, Higher Self, the inner CEO, the inner voice, intuition, the universe. And when I put the name Jesus here, this made sense. It said Jesus made the choice to come to this spectacular blue planet to live a human experience, a powerful, challenging, transformative human experience, a human experience that is the path the Great Spirit chooses to offer us in order to evolve our consciousness toward the reunion with the divine consciousness. Now, I was looking at YouTube, and I saw a lecture that was really very informative, and it was by Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's a PhD in cell biology and author of a book called The Biology of Belief. And he gave this as an explanation about how science and spirituality are two sides of the same coin. He said this was so because the human experience and spirituality cannot be separated. And as a result of the fact that we are actually spiritual beings having a human experience, at the end of this lecture, someone asked him, if we are spiritual beings and our origin is the source of everything, and let me read that again. He said, at the end of this lecture, someone asked him, if we are spiritual beings and our origin is the source of everything, what need does the Spirit have to come to this extremely complex, difficult, and challenging human experience? Well, he smiled and he simply replied, it's easy. The only way that God can know what chocolate tastes like is by taking a human body. He said everybody laughed at that answer, and it initially sounded funny and superficial. He said, but when you think about it, that answer is extremely profound. Now, from that article, I'm going to read some direct excerpts of it because I think you will be as excited about this article as I was when you put it into the context of we have a great exemplar, but we have to make a choice to follow Christ in order to realize and to dispel the illusion of being separated from God. We know that during the Middle Ages period, a French philosopher, I believe his name was René Descartes, he wrote about the mind and the body being distinctly separate, different aspects of the human being. Well, then that was the beginning of the separation of matter and spirituality, as well as the separation of mind, body, and soul. Science dedicated itself to study matter and separated the energetic and spiritual aspects of the human experience. And this is what we call the illusion of separation disorder, in which the human experience is fundamentally separated from its spiritual origin, either by scientific beliefs or by religious beliefs. And this separation does not only apply to being separated from the divine, it fosters the perception that we are separate from each other, when in reality, we are all one. And this perceived separation diminishes our sense of intrinsic value as a spiritual being connected to our spiritual source and to each other. Albert Einstein, and everybody recognizes that name, called this perception a kind of optical delusion of consciousness. In other words, our senses are misperceiving reality, and quantum physics confirms the fact that we are all interconnected. In the quantum world, this is called quantum entanglement, which is analogous to the spiritual concept of the law of one. So here we go right back to John, where he said, then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Now, separating our human aspect from the source, from the divine, can make us fundamentally insecure and fearful in life. And for this reason, the illusion of separation disorder is the root cause of so many mental, emotional, and physical problems we are facing in our world today. Furthermore, it can lead us to believe at both the conscious and subconscious level of the mind that we are powerless to make things better and to create a joyful and satisfying life. This separation led us to forget that we are connected with the infinite potential of universal consciousness with something greater than ourselves. Again, I hear the words of the Christ, then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Well, this limited vision of the human being often renders us powerless, victims of fear, and result in our perception of profound shame for not feeling that we are good enough You can have permanent fatigue, exhaustion, sadness, discontentment with our body, physical illness, mental imbalance, loneliness, lack of self-esteem, and harsh and self-judgment that we just can't succeed in life. This separation has also created deep divisions at the human level between those who believe only what science can prove is true and consequently judges everything spiritual is untrue, unreal, false, or childish, while on the other hand, those who have religious or spiritual beliefs sometimes feel that those who see the truth only in science are inferior to those who believe in a world beyond the current limitations of science. And you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. That keeps coming back to my mind. And if this was not complex enough, we have created so many divisive labels that separate us based on race, sex, gender, choice, country of origin, language, which in turn are the source of the deep levels of stress and anxiety. And all this separationitis is the cause of discomfort, pain, anger, violence, war, loneliness, desolation, disappointment, feeling of abandonment, dis-ease, and so on. Separation and judgment are based on fear, on the disconnection from spirit, the disconnection from God, on the absence of empathy, love, and compassion. The result is this culture that is so afraid of everything and anything that is different from itself. Now, solving the illusion of separation disorder and creating paradise on earth is the true purpose of the human experience. Now, this is where it gets really good. You can choose to go on living as you were conditioned by culture and family to do, along with the limiting subconscious foundation that promotes separation, and that your well-being depends on having more work-related success, more money in the bank, and a bigger house or a faster car. Or perhaps it's time for you to find a way to transform that conditioning at the subconscious level of mind, which will allow you to make the daily choice to live in balance. Lord, balance me in all my bodies and all my ways, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. Balance me. Make a daily choice to live in balance, in harmony, internal and external, where the natural consequence is maximizing my potential as a human being. And let me think at every juncture and point in my life, what would Jesus do? And the answer always comes back to love thy neighbor as thyself. To love the Lord thy God with all your heart and soul and might, and to love thy neighbor as thyself. Then I have the daily possibility of living in joy, in love and peace without a doubt. There are many ways to find a way to live better. And to know the truth is to set myself free. And the greatest gift that I can offer this world is my own transformation. And I offer you that same choice, that you can transform. You can transmute, and you can transcend the illusions of this world and live in the love that God intended. So are you ready to honor the Christ in you? To choose this life so that we can create together a society with a better normal. A better normal. Sickness is not normal. War is not normal. Strife is not normal. In which we can love, interconnect, be balanced, and the heart of all of our actions and our global culture will be one of harmony, peace, and helpfulness. Loving my neighbor as myself. Seeing God in my neighbor as God is in me. We are one. That is a basic, indisputable fact. Now supported by science as well as your spiritual understanding. So are you ready to accept the responsibility? If you're ready, then I invite you to get over the illusion of separation disorder. Bask in your oneness. And know this truth that sets you free. Namaste.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. The different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it. It's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of the love in you and me. One power. Oh, one power. One power is what we are. One power. One power. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon, for it's love that's most deep. It's one power. It's one power. What we are is one power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and
Thank you, Neil. Amazing as build. Miss Lydia, I miss you constantly, and thank you for another amazing talk. Philip and team, whoop, whoop. Thank you always for how you make us always look so cool and professional and like we know what we're doing. We are grateful for your finishing touches to the wonder that is what we all really get to be a part of here. So I'm real grateful. Following the morning service, if you happen to be watching that one from 11:45 to 12:15, we will have a deep dive. Join us. It is joyful. You get to connect and see people and visit. It's very cool. We will rebroadcast, or perhaps you're watching that rebroadcast at 5:45 on Sunday evening. It's also put out as a premiere, so you get the little ding in your messenger, or rather in your notifications. Just follow that to the service, and we'll either see you there, or perhaps on YouTube, where it will be archived in playlist forever and ever. Next week, we have our last talk on illusion. Rabbi Pat Hickman will bring that to us with Bob Sima and Shannon Plummer. So, tithes, offerings, donations, gifts, whatever your word is, that opportunity can happen at www.peopleofdiversity.org. If you'll hit that donate button in the center of that webpage and move as your heart directs you, we are grateful. Let's take a moment now and say thank you for whatever those offerings may be, whether they be in time or treasure or talent. Spirit, thank you for all that happens and moves in and through the people of diversity. We are so very grateful for what we get to be a part of. Thank you for the continued blessings that happen here and move out from here. In grace, we say amen. All right, let's form an energetic healing circle. Bring to your mind's eye anyone that needs help, support, healing, prayer, in your world and connect them energetically to all of us. Let's put also in that circle the folks who are trying to run the planet and do a good job, and let's send love and light out to them. And lastly, let's put ourselves in that circle as well and give and receive as we give, and send love and light out as we listen to this last song. Have an amazing day, an amazing week, and we'll see you next time.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me.